You're listening to a Life in Quebec podcast. For more, visit lifeinquebec.com.
A look at Quebec City's bid to bring back its beloved Nordiques hockey team. The ball caps and t-shirts are all on sale everywhere, and it's the talk of the town for the hockey fans. But is it really going to happen? Will Quebec City get its National Hockey League team back? An organization calling itself Nordique Nation hopes so, and they're working hard to make it happen. In 2012, they started visiting other hockey arenas by the busload and waving their flag at NHL games across North America to show the league that they weren't just pining for a lost team, they meant business. And they're not alone. Quebec City wants its team back, and it wants it back with the same name it had before the team moved away in 1995, Les Nordiques. In that year, the team was sold to Colorado and became the Colorado Avalanche. Suddenly, every Nordiques fan in the city started claiming the Avalanche as their own. There was no way they were going to switch sides and root for the team just down the road. Les Canadiens de Montréal had been, and always would be, their greatest rival. With the movement for a team in Quebec City growing stronger, the fans and Nordiques Nation are now convinced they'll have an NHL team back in La Vieille Capitale before long. They have their reasons. With the construction of the new amphitheater and the fact that Quebec City, along with Las Vegas, is in the running to get an expansion franchise, we have good reason to be confident, says Sylvain Boivin, Director of Promotions at Quebec City's Choix Radio X, where Nordiques Nation was born. Quebec City Mayor Régis Labaume and the provincial government got the ball rolling in 2011 when they drew up a contract to build a new arena at a cost of $400 million, showing the NHL once again how serious they were. And for those who believe in the classic theory of, if we build it, they will come, the shiny new arena appears to be helping the cause. The biggest potential hitch, of course, is money. At first, money wasn't necessarily at the forefront of the issue. There was talk of simply taking a team that was underperforming financially in a small U.S. market and moving it to Quebec City. For a time, the Phoenix Coyotes looked like a perfect target, as they were constantly in the red. But the city of Phoenix and its hockey fans soon found a way to keep their team, and neither the NHL Board of Governors nor NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman were ever very enthusiastic about the Phoenix to Quebec City plan in the first place. With Bettman finally hinting at league expansion toward the end of 2013, things were starting to look up for Quebec City hockey fans. Then Las Vegas and Seattle suddenly showed interest. In the fall of 2014, Bettman finally announced that anyone who wanted a new NHL team would have to pay $500 million, with $10 million up front, $2 million of which would not be refundable. It was also imperative that the bidding city have an arena up and ready to go. Well, Quebec City's 18,000-seat arena is now ready, after Quebecor, a major media and telecommunications company based in Montreal, came up with the $10 million necessary to officially bid for a franchise, just in time to meet the deadline. The company also took over operations and, together with AEG of Los Angeles, booking of the new arena. It was opened with great fanfare and christened the Centre Videotron earlier this summer. Videotron, a subsidiary of Quebecor, had to pay out another $33 million to get its name on the front of the building. Although there is still no guarantee the city will get its NHL team, all the requirements up until now have been met, and an official negotiator, none other than former Prime Minister Brian Mulroney, has been assigned to argue Quebec's case. Since Quebec City put in its bid, Seattle has dropped out of the running, leaving Las Vegas, which has met the same criteria, as the only other competitor. At press time, both bids had reached the third round of negotiations, and both cities were scrambling to find investors. As it stands now, the question is whether the NHL Board of Governors will decide in favor of Quebec City or Las Vegas, or if they will go ahead and allow two new franchises. Whatever the outcome, which is expected to be decided sometime in 2016, The new team or teams won't face off for the first time until the 2017-2018 season. In the meantime, Nordiques t-shirts and ball caps are still for sale at fairly good prices. And Nordiques Nation continues to travel from game to game, spreading the message that Quebec City is a proud hockey town that deserves to get its NHL team back. In the words of the Nordique Nation's Boivin, it's always fun when people respond to the message. Adding that local fans who can't make it to out-of-town NHL games can show their love of hockey by supporting the Quebec Remparts of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, near the top of the league standings as of this writing, who are making sure our shiny new amphitheater sees its share of ice time.
Thank you for listening to the Life in Quebec podcast. For more news, commentary, editorials and opinion, visit lifeinquebec.com/podcast.